and sisters, welcome to our morning heart devotion. Let's begin by greeting our Heavenly Parent and true parents. 천지인 참 부모님께 경배. 바로. Please receive Reverend Milhan Stevens for our family pledge.
가정맹세 1. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본향 땅을 찾아 본연의 창조 이상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 자녀극 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 자녀국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇族권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 자녀국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 자녀국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 자녀국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 자녀국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 자녀국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 자녀국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Milhan. For our opening prayer, if I could invite up Akemi-san, Akemi Hirose.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Let's pray. Our most loving parent, dear parents, thank you so much for the new beginning, new day, new moment. We have so many brothers and sisters to attend morning devotion centering on Dr. Yong. We pray to the mother's safety and to the mother are being very long, live her long with healthy mind. And we pray for the leaders of the world, for the continent. We pray for the local leaders, God, Pastor King, and all the sub-region leaders.
也感谢所有的治疗者，包括20的治疗者们。
I would really want all of the people to read your word more. I happen to drive Manhattan, and so many people still they don't know who
I
we
am.
are. And
还有很多人不了解真理，
and they are all God's children, but they don't know the truth.
希望他们能够成为回到神的身边，成为神的子民。
Please use us, each one of us, to fight your love and your light to convey to each one of the people.
让我们也能够把你的爱、你的话语能够传达那些所需要的人。让我们准备自己的自己的心情，我们的心领受你的话语。感谢荣会长的指导。献上非常感谢的心情，是以祝福中心家庭阿主。
I think your voice is unclear. I could not understand what you are talking about. Please next time, Noah speak louder and we can understand you. Thank you, Akemi-san.
Thank you, Akemi-san, for your prayer. And once again, good morning, everybody. It's really good to see you all again every single day, morning devotion. So let's go and share our appreciation with one another, and we'll be right back in 7 minutes. welcome back. I hope you had a good sharing. Wow, my breakout was so warm. I want to start by inviting up Peter and Monica Lewis. If you could share your appreciation.
Morning, everyone. Well, I shared a very simple appreciation. I just appreciate waking up in my house with my family because I had a very strange dream.
有一个奇怪的梦，
Oh, what happened? Yeah, okay, I don't know what's happening, but with the screen. So basically, the dream was I believe it was Seoul. Felt very, very kind of lots of winding streets, and I set off to meet my wife, and she was with a Korean elder. And we're going to meet in a restaurant. I
那
wasn't
太
quite sure,
太
but anyway,
跟
so okay, I'll meet
一
you there.
个
And
韩国的
I
前
set off to
辈
meet
在
her
餐
and
厅
this
吃饭
Korean，elder in a restaurant in Seoul somewhere, and I just got horribly lost, and I just didn't know where it was. I
可
sort
是
of
他
backtracked a
好像
couple
迷
points
路了，
and
不
then
知道
came
在
back,
哪
and
里
then。The turning I just made had gone. It was one of these kind of strange dreams. So I'm just grateful to wake up in my home with my wife and family this morning.
可是梦中不知道在什么地方，可是醒来是在自己家里，很高兴。
And yeah, I'm grateful for communication, with my young adult daughter. Like sometimes it's not
很高
planned,
兴
but
跟
it's
自己的女儿
impromptu.
有很好的互
And
动。
when you expect it the least, when you're about to go to bed, she knows I'm getting up for morning devotions. I got to go to bed early. But when she wants to talk, then she wants to talk, So that was like yesterday. But I felt it was very nice because we really went deep and she was very vulnerable.
那昨天有机会跟他的女儿深谈了，虽然他知道女儿知道他要去提早睡觉，但是还要参加长庚，可是他们还是留下来深谈。
It gives me so much energy and hope because I can, pray for her. I can share in the experience.
所以跟他女儿谈了之后呢，他觉得自己女儿有办法超越自己的试炼，得到力量。
It's you got to grab it and stay up, even though I was half asleep on the couch. And I said, 10 more minutes, okay, I got to go to bed. But thank you. It was great yesterday.
Thank you so much.
所以昨天有很好的体验。
I think your couple really taking care of the two children, Shona and Hannah, very, very well. Wow, they are really beautiful children. Thank you so much. And as a father and mother, show such a good example to your children. That's why your children really dedicating for the sake of the God's will.
声音很小。
Louis couple, 감사합니다.
Thank you, Lewis family. Beautiful sharing. Next, I'd like to invite up the Lalonde family. Lalonde family, if you could share.
Morning. Happy Thursday.
Wow. So long time. Okay, good. Please share.
Yeah, I shared with my appreciation this morning was to recognize how important it is to appreciate people. So yesterday I had to interview about 4 or 5 potential employees, and I only asked them 2 questions. The first question I asked them is, give me 4 of your core values, and they'll give them to me. And then I asked them, not related to work, give me 4 things that you appreciate every morning that you get up. And it's amazing what goes on there. So yesterday, there was one young lady that spoke, and her appreciation was raise up God, family, health.
他们好像有一个聚会，就问他每天早上你要感谢的事情是什么。
That interview, we were both crying. We both had tears in our eyes.
Oh my God.
And for me, that experience I have, and I've done this with all our employees, and it's amazing how God sends us people.
Yeah.
And so our business is centered on how much we appreciate each other and how much we appreciate the opportunity to serve even our employees. So thank you so much for morning devotion, because it gives us an opportunity to take this and bring it into our business.
Wow.
That's my appreciation.
You know how to apply our life of faith, how apply to your job and your employees.
所以你的信仰生活跟你的工作能够合一在一起是很棒，可以用在信仰生活的内容可以用在自己的工作上是很棒的事情。
Yeah, my appreciation is similar to
我今天要感谢的事情是
about communication. So last night I was doing my payroll, and then because we came the whole day, me and my husband went to visit one of our businesses, and then I was doing my payroll at night, and then my daughter Hannah came to me. Oma, how was your trip and everything? You and Appa, something. And so communication, she shared everything what's going on with her, So and for about anything and about other people and what's going on, So it's a nice feeling, like when your children come to you and share what in their heart, So it's something like that, So I really appreciate that moment. And then my husband went together us, like always.
就是他们亲子上的沟通互动是很好，而且他们感受到亲子是很密切的收是很棒的事情。
Hi, good morning. Yeah, I'm just very grateful for the people I have in my life. My coworkers I have just in the mall, some that don't even work with me. They come to me for like advice, and I feel like my kiosk is like a therapy session. But some days it's just I'm overwhelmed with a lot of their struggles or challenges, but I feel like I don't need to take on all the pressure or give them the exact advice they need, except smile for them or just listen, because they just need that little bit of light in their day to get them through. So I just really feel like no matter what I stress over the right words to say, I just gotta smile and be happy for them. And just grateful.
And the next.
Yeah, I'll go. Good morning, Dr. Yang. Just going along with what my dad was talking about, our employees, I'm just very grateful. I feel like all our employees that we have is like handpicked from God and sent to us. And it's very rare to have like 30 employees and every single one of them feel like family to us. And just the experience I had the other day, she's our newest hire.
他们有30个员工，跟他们的30个员工的互动关系都很密切。
Just my faith and my core values. And she said to me, she turned to me, she's like, I just have so much more respect for your parents. And she goes, your church and your community just has a sense of warmth. And she's like,
就感受到他们的家庭，他的员工感受他们的家庭是很棒的家庭，以教会的教育为中心，实践教会所教导的内容这样子。
So I'm just grateful for that. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, 2 boys, shortly, okay?
Okay, my appreciation is just I had a victorious kind of day, and for me, victorious kind of days are just being able to have all my relationships in harmony and full of love, and just being able to have God flow through them, and I was able to have no negativity or anything. Or like,
Okay.
Right, so always
Good. And then last one.
Okay. My appreciation today was just how close of a relationship I have with my siblings, and I appreciate how much that love I feel from them each and every single day. Like at school, whenever it was like the first day or any day, they always come up to me and just always ask how it was at school, how was it, just how my day was. And whenever like yesterday I had to take the bus home, but then my brother texted me or called me just asking if I was safe, if I got home safely, and my siblings as well. So that's my
Okay, thank you. And when Donald, you are taking care of the 30 employees. I think you wake up and then you really, of course, you will do maybe. You need to pray each one of the 30 employees.
你有30个员工，你要好好的为他们祷告了。
You can guide them spiritually very well.
那将来你可以在属灵上可以给他们指导。你花一些时间跟他们每一个一个的对话。
And you need to put your maximum effort to solve each one of them, and you can become parents.
那你投入你的精神，投入你的努力，跟他们传道、见证，你将成为他们的灵父母。
And then teach divine principle through one on one, one by one. So, and then I think your company become more prosperous. I really appreciate your such leadership and taking care of your employees very well, your children. You are really one of the model Fundo family. Thank you so much. Our
你的确树立一个很好的典范了。
감사합니다. Thank you.
Oh, that was like a crash course in natural subjugation, living testimony.
自然激活
Thank
的
you
那
so much for
个
your
现象，
appreciation, everybody. And now our hearts, I'm sure, are warm. They are excited to receive. And I pray you can have an open heart, open mind as we receive now for our morning heart devotion, Dr. Chong Shik Yong.
现在我们来聆听龙会长的
Good morning. Good
指导。
morning. My dear brothers and sisters, clergy and ambassador for peace. 안녕하십니까? Whenever I wake up every morning,
每天早上起来的时候，
encouraging me that God saying, you really need to guide our entire members really beautifully and really, how to say, every morning you need to share really kind of unforgettable of the memory through the morning devotion. I God, I cannot do much.
每天早上希望能够留下一个美好的成根的内容。
That's why I always, one of my real prayer is how can I have empty mind and deny myself, let God use my mouth. And once again, I really so inspired to hear lot on their families, such beautiful appreciation. Today, I'd like to talk about women will play a leading role in the ideal world too, from True Mother's Anthology, Volume 2. Let's start.
声音太小
Women will
声。
play a leading role in the ideal world too. Today, I would like to reveal to you the fundamental cause of this problem. And at the same time, I would like to suggest the solution to realizing the ideal
今天
world
我想
for which we yearn.
向你们揭示这个问题的根本原因，同时我想提出实现理想世界的解方法。我们全心全意地渴望这个世界成为理想的世界，这不是来自人类自私和私产的东西。你可能已经知道，我的丈夫文新明牧师一生都在这里解决这些问题。在我与丈夫共处的时间，我被感动，不仅是在他的教导中，他和神和人类的爱的生活深深地感动，跟给我很多的启发。当一个妻子对真理有了如此深刻的知识，当她不断受到丈夫的特性和她生活的启发跟感动时候，那么她就必须让世界广泛的推广到世界各地。因为今天这个世界成为罪恶、斗争、颓废的邪恶世界，根本原因是夫妻基本关系的破裂和不和。但仔细想一想，今天生活在这个地球上的人只有两种人，这两种类型的是，一个是男人，一种是女人，就是丈夫跟妻子。虽然无数人生活在一起，各种关系和问题正在浮现，但所有这些问题的核心是这两类人之间的关系，男人和女人。因此，我们需要检视神所建立的最初的真理，让第一对男女跟随的道路。
Yeah, thank you. The solution to realizing the ideal world for which we yearn with all our hearts is not something that comes from human knowledge or thought. If all the problems of the fallen man had been the result of the human knowledge or thought, all problems would have already been solved.
实现我们全心诚意渴望的理想世界解决方法，不是来自人类的知识和思想。如果多数人的所有问题都是人类和知识或思想的结果，那么所有的问题都已经应该可以解决了。但看看今天的多数人的世界，多数世界问题越来越严重，这意味着，即使是所有来来去去的圣贤伟大人，就无法解决多数人的问题。所以因此呢，我们得出一个结论：多人类和世界的所有问题都是不可能解决，除非他死于与神合一的个人，而不是多人。会有弥赛亚。
And disharmony in the relationship between husband and wife are the fundamental causes of problems in humanity and are reflected in today's evil world when crime and struggle and decadence have become rampant. There are 8 million people living on this earth today. But in the end, the problem lies in the relationship between man and woman. That is a husband and wife. Therefore, if we just solve the problems of men and women, husbands and wives, all problems can be solved at the same time. Therefore, in a way, for a man and woman, husband and wife to become one and love each other is the solution to all problems. The way of a husband loving his wife and the wife loving her husband is the shortcut to world peace. In conclusion, world peace starts from the mind and body becoming one and the husband and wife becoming one. From that point of view, what is the biggest contribution to world peace?
就是因此，从某种意义上说，对于男人、女人、丈夫和妻子合一体，并彼此相爱，是解所有问题的方法。丈夫爱妻子，妻子爱丈夫的方法是通往世界和平的途径。总之，世界和平始于身心合而为一，丈夫和妻子合而为一的方法。所以从这个角度来看，对世界和平最大的贡献是什么？首先是控制自己的身体，第二种方法是丈夫爱他的妻子，妻子爱他的丈夫。世界和平的道路并不遥远。我爱我的太太，我爱我的妻子有多深？最好的方法就是夫妻相爱。
At the same time, create the unity between husband and wife, then can be solved all the problems. That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, you need to think every day I need to contribute for world peace. What is that? Control my body.
所以我想，我如何做一些世界带来贡献、和平带来贡献，就是心体合一、夫妇合一。
Actually, the answer is simple. The practice is not easy, right?
当然是很简单了，但是实践不容易。身心与肉心的关系，如同性相形状之间的关系。当它们以神为中心做收受作用，合成一体时，就能使灵人体与肉身合性一体化，成为一个指向创造目的之作用体。这正是人的心。
Which guides the spirit self and physical self to become harmonious and progress toward the purpose of creation. This united entity is the mind of a human being. The conscience is that faculty of the human mind which, by virtue of its inborn nature, always directs us toward what we think
人的心经常指向自己认为的善，这是良心。但是因为多人不明白善的绝对基准，也无法树立良心的绝对基准，所以随着基准的相异呢， 良心的基准也有差异，因此在主张良心的人们之间也经常发生斗争。指向善的心呢，其性向的部分称为本心，其性向部分称为良心。倘若人因无知而树立与创造本然基准相异的善时，良心虽指向所谓的善，但本心亦反驳之，就拉回良心，使其往向本心所指向之方向的作用。受到撒旦激素的身心与肉心做收受作用合成一体化时，即造成使人指向恶的另一个作用体，我们称为邪心。人的本心与良心将反驳着良心，使人分立撒旦，与神相对，排拒恶，指向善。
And cling to goodness by breaking our ties with Satan and turning to face God.
So based on that, let's study Father's word.
Seek the word which can move the original mind.
感动本心的，即使的话，即使是堕人人类虽然保留着他们的本心，如果带来创造历史的圣言回到这个地上，即使是堕了人，也别无选择，只能跟随他。这就是为什么作为生活在末世的人类呢，你们所有的人绝对必须在有生之年寻求那位能够撼动你们本性的圣言。你必须意识到，如果你找不到这个圣言呢，你将被痛苦的深渊所淹没。无论你多么努力，都无法与神连结关系。虽然人类堕落了，但神之所以能够与堕落人呢一起同工，是因为堕人仍然保留他们的本心。所以因此呢，如果创造的历史本人的会回到回到地上的神的旨意呢，将有希望在历史上得以实现。然而呢，你必须意识到了，如果你找不到这个圣言的话，你将被痛苦的声音所淹没。无论你多么努力地尝试，你都无法与神建立关系。因此呢，你需要找到本心无法主管的那种快乐的真理。一听到的时候，就一定会永远跟随，永远忘不了。你有没有听过言里感受到你本心无法控制的喜乐呢？当你每天早上听到成根的圣言，你是否意识到真父母的圣言真的是永恒的真理呢？如果我本心听到了言理和真父母的圣言之后，没有什么被鼓励，那么有必要知道我的病得很严重。如果我们的心中的问题甚至不能够通过言理来医治，那么这个世界任何地方都没有办法医治你的心，就真的生病了。所以遇到这样子的问题的时候呢，怎么办所以要回到原点，真的好好回答你的问题出在哪里。没有回到原点，没有悔改，你就没有办法回到原点，这是严重的问题。
first motivation and our first love when we received God's word. We are so inspired, right?
我听到原理是很感动的。
Really keep first motivation and determination.
就持守着第一次的听到圣言的动机。我的经验是说，不是只有实践而已，要带来时机，而要繁殖。
And then you can get truth. Wow, this truth is really eternal truth. This truth is really reality.
这是真实的，这是真实的真理。
More and more, and you again confirmation. Wow.
你通过传道带来时机，你再次的确认你所听到的真理。
The original mind wants you to be proud of yourself. We want to be proud of ourselves within our daily lives. We want to hold our heads high in front of not
想要夸耀自己的本性，我们希望在日常生活中为自己感到自豪。我们不仅要在灵机面前昂首挺胸，还要举着整个世界想要为自己感到骄傲是没有错的，这是本性的欲望，这是一颗可以替天国创造本心。正是我们的身心不仅希望我们的家庭，而且要让社会、我们的国家、我们的世界知道我们的名字。正父经说了，我们要在日常生活中为自己感到骄傲。那我们也在邻居的面前抬头挺胸，甚至整个世界。这是我们的本性的这是我们本性的欲望。所以当父母为孩子感到骄傲了，孩子想要为父母骄傲。那指导者呢，要为会员感到骄傲，会员呢也想要为指导者感到骄傲。这就是本性的声音。然而，你总是要思考，想要拥有骄傲的心是到底是以自我为中心呢，还是以真正带给全体快乐的心？以本性为中心的喜乐是我的喜乐，成为全体的喜乐。整体的喜悦呢，成为我的喜悦。所以当我试图感到骄傲的时候呢，我需要检讨我是否努力的带给神的喜乐。父母想要的教会和个人。
Churches that were rebuked. The book of Revelation gives praise and rebuke
启示录对7个教会表示表扬和责备。第4的教会之所以受到责备呢，是因为尽管有爱和信仰，他们不能分离善恶，只是接受它。这就是像亚伯拉罕把鸽子整个献上，而不是切开鸽子一样的道理。一个有2个主人的人不是妓女吗？一个2个丈夫的女人不是叫妓女吗？对，主非常斥责这个教会。接下来呢，神斥责了不冷不热的教会，总共有5种的责备。但是如果对他们进行详细的分类呢，可以分为6个类别。其中之一呢，就是你有活着的生命名声，但是其实是死的斥责。不冷不热的意味着死亡，不冷不热意思是一样的。这就是为什么2个谴责可以被视为1个，谴责分为5类。第4教会之所以受到责备呢，是因为尽管有爱和信仰，他们无法区分善与恶，只有接受它。正父经说，服侍2个主人就是这个 性败坏。原理里面有说到，我们的多人站在中间的位置，当我们创造条件的时候，良好的条件的时候，我们就被分为这个神方，但是创造恶的条件，我们在撒旦方。所以，如果我们以这种方法站在释放两个主人的位置，我们就是一个通奸人。
What does sexual immorality means? What does adulterous people means? We are serving two masters.
所以侍奉两个主人就是通奸的意思。所以我们常常是分离善恶。什么是善，什么是恶？ 你接受善恶，然后你就变成这个通奸的人了。你不能够拥抱这个对方的错误。你不能够好好的教育你的孩子，因为你不懂得分离善恶。什么是绝对的标准？所以我们必须要指导我们的孩子，什么是善跟恶的。他们做错了，你还是去拥抱他们是不对的。吃了分别善恶树的果子，绝对会死。神警告不可吃。什么是连想都不可以想？神警告他们。神给他很清楚的指导，吃的日子必定死的指导。如果没有指导孩子什么是善恶的时候呢，就越来越糟糕。所以要指导我们的孩子，身为父母必须建立一个好的典范，树立好的清楚善恶的界限。那甚至彼此争吵，没有人想要跟随父母争吵，孩子没有想要跟随父母。What you are saying, you need to do really practice. Without foundation of the love and say something, no one can follow. This is our second generation. 没有爱的基准，没有人可以愿意跟随你了。
Therefore, in order to be liberated from sexual immorality, we need to clearly.
所以，因此，为了从性不道德中解脱出来，我们需要很清楚地区分什么是善与恶。只有作为一个主人服务一个主人呢，因为亚伯拉罕没有分开鸽子，他的后代子孙要在埃及遭受400年的苦难。如果在我们的信仰生活当中，如果我们也站在侍奉两个主人的位置上，没有办法分别善与恶，我们就会付出代价，一生受苦。
Very important, how to distinguish good and evil. Very, very important, my brothers and sisters. The next church that God rebuked was Luke.
神所斥责的下一个教会就是不冷不热的教会。
Not cold and not hot.
主斥责说，你有活着的人生的名义，但是其实是死的。
But you are dead. Are you really cold or are you really hot? You just look warm. Then really, Bible say here, you have a reputation of being alive, but you are dead. Next.
为什么教会成立以习惯性？今天我们需要思考一下，第5个谴责是否适合用于我们。如果你有一个以身心为中心的心，你就不能不冷不热。以身心为中心，你有神的圣言的心情，你将生活在神的话语的感动当中，不冷不热的原因是，一个人并不总是清楚地将自己分立善与恶。那个原因是，当你按照一个习俗或者习惯过着信仰生活的时候呢，你就会变得不冷不热。当习惯性的生活变成例行的公事时，它就变得不冷不热，使灵魂蒙上阴影。那些被身心所主管的人总是充满活力，健康的人总是有胃口，不是因为想吃就吃，吃不下饭，食物总是有好的味道，这就是像吃东西一样，因为你渴望食物。那些因为心理喜悦，因为他们渴望神的话语，他们的教会成员和神是那些属于属灵健康的人。我们的信仰生活之所以变得不冷不热呢，是因为我们没有清楚地划分善与恶。其次是当我们按照一种习惯或者习惯性的过着信仰生活的时候呢，我们会变得不冷不热。当习惯性的生活变成一个例行的公事的时候呢，它会变得不冷不热呢，会蒙蔽我们的灵魂。另一方面呢，如果你总是以身心为中心，拥有神的话语，在你的心中，你就会活出神的就好像一个健康的人可以享受食物一样。那些被身心支配的人总是充满活力。一直想要前进的力量。那些靠身心生活的人总是渴望圣言，渴望教会的会员，渴望教会的圣言，渴望神，过着一种让他们过着喜悦的信仰生活。今天我想向所有的负责教会和社区的人提出一个问题：你的教会是什么样的教会呢？你的社区是什么样的社区呢？你的教会受到责备了吗？你的教会是否值得表扬和责备？还是你的教会没有得到表扬，只得到责备？如果你看一下圣经的经文，在7个教会当中，有4个教会没有受到表扬，只有受到责备。这个费城教会是唯一一个没有被谴责的，只受到表扬的教会。为了让统一教会打下基础，其实应该有基督教背景的人进来和真父母连结。基于这种背景和基础呢，他必须与其他宗教的人和没有宗教的人一起联系在一起。我和我的教会是怎么样？我的社区是怎么样的社区呢？你们是被谴责的个人和教会吗？你们应该受到表扬和责备的个人和教会吗？还是你们个人和教会不应该得到表扬，只受到谴责呢？费城教会是唯一没有被谴责的，只受到表扬的教会。这费城教会之所以受到表扬，是因为它成为一个总是见证并充满新生命的教会。接下来呢，是因为神所预备的犹太人就是被复归了。
we need to witness many,
所以必须要传道。
be restored. And then, God's chosen religion, which is a Christian group and Christian member, Christian pastor, get to know true parents.
所以要传道基督教牧师能够认识真父母。
Like Philadelphia Church. I'll say this once again.
我要再说一遍，通过这段经文的圣言的内容，我们就可以看到我们在联会的运动要复归基督教和继承教会的信仰者是多么的重要。他们是站在该隐的立场。为了加入我们的教会，你必须带着你个人的基础和社会的基础进入教会。对于那些没有任何基础的人来说呢，这是一次可耻的救赎。他们自己认识了真父母，这就像负债的救恩。每一个人，什么是真父母的愿望呢？今天我们可以通过神对费城教会的表扬来知道，最后呢，这是关于解决亚当家庭中的事件。我们必须成为亚当和夏娃无法实现的圣言，这是信仰的基台。下一步难道不是通过该隐和亚伯通过和解的基础建立爱的家和爱的教会吗？我们都必须成为这样一个受到神和真父母表扬的教会。
Dear brothers and sisters, what is a true parent's wish? In the end, it is about resolving the incident.
什么是真父母的愿望？最后呢，就是解决亚当家庭中的事，是亚当夏娃的事件。我们必须成为亚当夏娃无法实现的圣言，那就是信仰的基台。接下来就是通过见证、传道，使该隐方的人自然欺负了，并实现家庭教会，松属弥赛亚和爱的国家。换句话说，神最表扬的是许多该隐被复归，那天国所预备的基督教团能够自然顺服，这个是从这里开始，神和真父母的憾恨能够被解放。唯有传道。没有传道的神没有办法去关心这个个人或者教会。
His children to his bosom. That's why those who don't have the witness, those who do not have any concern about the witnesses, God's love is not there. That's why when we know God's wish is to bring back all his children to his bosom. That's why we need to really break through witnessing.
所以要在传道上要有很多的突破。
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Incredible word this morning again. Thank you. You touched on many topics, Dr. Yong. You started with how we can contribute to world peace through controlling our body and loving our husbands and wives.
Loving Dr. Yong.
Loving Dr. Yong. Yes. And also that we have to find the word that stimulates our original mind, and that it's not wrong to be proud, but the question is our motivation. And then you close with the key rebuke.
感到骄傲是没有问题的，是要检查我们的动机。
By resolving what Adam and Eve could not fulfill, the foundation of faith, and also building a family and a church of love through witnessing.
You are very good student. Really, you got the main point. Thank you, Joshua.
Giving the spark notes to the world. Thank you, Dr. Yong, so much for this morning heart devotion. And now all of that is put into action through living testimony. So I'm excited to invite up my brother from the Bay Area, Carp, his recent experiences from campus witnessing. Please receive Yuki Tanaka.
Hi, good morning, brothers and sisters. It's great to see you all, East Coast. Yeah, my name is Yuki Tanaka. I'm 23 years old, and I'd like to share with
他
everyone my
22
experience with
岁
on-campus witnessing.
传道
But
的见证。
before I go into that, I thought it'd make sense to share a little bit of background information. So I graduated college 2 years ago in 2020.
就是大学毕业了。
I decided to join a CARP center after I graduated college, and be a full-time CARP member when I was out of college, it was an interesting choice, but for me, I felt like I really needed something to grow in my life of faith. I was particularly
他希望自己在信仰生活中有些成长。
towards true parents and
还有就是渴慕生父母的心情加深。
That's what I did for a year. And unfortunately, because of COVID, there wasn't a lot of in-person opportunities to do one-on-one witness.
但是因为新冠疫情的时候，就
to raise some guests,
减少他们的活动吧。
I had the opportunity to support other people with their guests, and it was a great experience. I really enjoyed, alongside with their spiritual parent, raising a guest. But at the same time, I
所以
knew
他也
that
很乐意就
part
陪
of
伴
my
那些灵
joy
父母，
in
照顾那些他
supporting
们的
guests
灵
was
子
I
女。
felt like I was, in a way, secure. Like I'm witnessing, I'm helping raise or teach people divine principle. But there was still this feeling of going out and actually doing one-on-one witnessing. And I was kind of using like, oh, I'm supporting a guest as a way to justify myself of like not actually going out, because the limitation that I was dealing with was, can divine principle really save someone's life? I've accepted it as truth, but can it like save your life? That was the biggest limitation, and I think that continued for some time. But then fast forward to 2022. After my experience with Center Life, I got matched in June. Beautiful sister named Yong Sharf, and I also attended the national workshop that happened at UTS in July, and it was an amazing workshop for me because
参加在 UTS 那边办了一个灵修会。
of students who were like the only one on their campus, or only one in their city, only second gen or what have you, that is wanting to witness, wanting to start CARP, and it was incredible.
有个是想要在那边，因为只有一位二是在那一周嘛，想要成立这个 CARP， 开始传道。
And I had this moment of repentance during that workshop. I had this evening where I talked to Youngju, and I just kind of confessed that I really felt sorry that I haven't been a person of integrity, and that I'm committed to wanting to live a lifestyle of witnessing, of wanting to share God's love and truth, but my actions didn't reflect that. Even though my heart
虽然有想要来传道，但是他没有实际做很实际的行动，所以因此悔改。
To God too. So I still growing in my conviction of divine principle and my heart towards your parents, but after that workshop, I just said, okay, I got to do something. So I started off with a 40-day condition to read divine principle.
参加灵修会之后呢，他就开始树立40天的条件。
That was a great start. But then eventually the opportunity came to do on-campus witnessing at my university that I graduated from 2 years ago, UC Berkeley. And it was organized by Codon mothers, so I wouldn't be by myself. And despite that, I still felt like, I don't know, I'm like hesitant, but thankfully, because of Takayo Holmes's How to Witness videos she shared in Morning Devotion a couple months ago. Also, I want to really appreciate CARP LA. They have this incredible document on how we witness. There's so many tools and resources that I felt like, okay, there's some I have resources available to do.
所以他在那个传道中心就有很多的资源呢，能够
I went out
给他做传道的工
it was
具。
hard the first time. It was tough. Didn't make any
刚开始
appointments.
去传道的时候不容易，
Just, very brief conversations. But I felt alive and I felt like I'm growing.
因为这个去传道的时候，他感到
Second
充
time
满
it got
活力。
better, and then the third time
第二次、第
is
三次
when， I met a brother named Jonathan. And I'd like to quickly share.
那去传道那碰到一个弟兄叫 Jonathan。
Yeah, so the brother on the left with the blue shirt, his name is Jonathan Su. He is a freshman, born in Los Angeles, Taiwanese descent, and yeah, he doesn't come from a really religious background. His parents are Buddhist, but they're not really practicing, and then he himself never really practiced a faith tradition. But he was really drawn
他是没
to
有很强的宗教背景，他是
the
父母
idea
亲
of
可能是
blending
佛教
between
背
religion
景。
and science when I shared a brief intro with him. And yeah, since then we've been studying principle consistently for the past 3 weeks. And it's the first time that I guess had like a guest that I approached, and I'm baffled every time we meet. Just recently we finished reading the 3 Great Blessings from POC, and he said for himself, like, even though he's agnostic, he said, I resonate with this. I resonate with 3 Great Blessings. I can see that for my own purpose in life.
所以他训读那个原理讲论，然后呢，通过训读到这个3大祝福，他有很大的很大的体会。
I think that whole to get where I'm at now with Jonathan and studying with the guests consistently, I think I learned 2 key lessons. The first one is that even if I have doubts, even though I'm like still growing, that's okay. Go out. That God can use unqualified people. And I thought about Peter, John, and Andrew in the Bible. They were fishermen, but Jesus said, like, just come with me, and then you'll do great.
就看耶稣传道，就传到彼得，就是只告诉他们，你跟随我吧。
Yeah, God can use unqualified people, and if you have doubts, that's okay. Just still go out and do something. And then lastly, that I'm never alone. And always ask for help. I'm so grateful for, again, Takayo Homes, for Carpe LA, for these resources, but also for Carpe Area, for my central figure, for my able figure, the Codon Mother.
那他通常是有一起的同伴一起传道了，他不是只有一个人这样孤独的去做，常常会有一个团队这样去做。
Great things will happen. So I would not be here were it not for people that support me. So that's my testimony. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Yuki, Tanaka.
Yes.
You are never alone with your able, with God and true parents, your brothers and sisters. That kind of togetherism is very, very beautiful and powerful.
对，有一起的团队是很棒的心情。
I don't know. You need to show your future spouse photo, then everybody more excited. Wow, thank you.
要给他看你的对象是谁，让他才知道。
Thank you, Yuki. Awesome. Amazing testimony, and I hope we could all receive so much from that and your honest sharing of your course with
你这诚心的分享是很
let's go
棒。
now into our breakouts, share our insights, takeaways with one another, and we'll be right back in 7 minutes. I'd like to first of all invite up Reverend Desmond Green to share.
Heavenly Green.
Heavenly
안녕하십니까?
어이, 안녕하십니다.
Yeah, Dr. Young, I got up this morning at 3 minutes after 3.
Oh,
And then immediately my mind flashed
他
towards
3:03就起来
Dr.
了，
Young must be up by this time.
thank you.
他就想说，哎，龙会长已经起来了吧？
Then I began reading from True Father's Hundok books, The Way of Unification.
他就训读那个同一之理之道。
And I want to be able to become the dwelling place of God, where God can take residence in my life.
他希望自己能够
Others through me.
跟神的话语产生共鸣。
Today I have, a guest who is coming.
Oh, really?
To meet me.
还有一个传道对象，
Wow.
他传道对象下午会跟他见面。
Has infused me with new life.
你今天的传达的信息就让我充满活力， 我的心是主， 我的心上充满火热的心了。
And because of your consistency, I too am becoming more consistent in my devotion.
因为你坚持，
That's right.
所以你还坚持持续的做成根，那我也是一样持续跟随着你的给我们的这样子的传统。
Also, your spiritual father, Dr. Yong Lee.
Yeah, thank
you. Up and making an offering to the world.
因为龙会长的灵父是李安牧师，让龙会长能够奉献他自己。
Sharing the reflection, or you are going
也是这样。
something like that. Anyway, thank you so much, Heavenly Green.
因为你在想要献歌，可是你是在分享。
Thank you, Reverend Green. Yes, not a lukewarm man. Totally alive, totally on fire. And now I want to stay in New York, and I'm going to invite up if Stephanie Diaz. It's actually Stephanie's birthday today, so happy birthday, Stephanie. So special birthday sharing. Stephanie, take it away if you could.
Wow, really?
Thank you. Yeah, I've been listening to morning devotion on Spotify. I don't know if that's like a young adult thing, but God told me to.
他在 Spotify 那边听成根的内容。
Thank you, Joshua. And thank you, Dr. Young. Your message really, really moved my heart this morning. I was telling
你的话语真的是感动我的心了。
something so simple as just connecting true parents' words, right, as the truth, and having that in our original mind, it can create
要把真父母的声音就是真理，我们的本性就自然而然就成为。
on the screen, like I felt dancing in my mind almost, like
wow, exciting, wow.
对，通过这样子的声音，我感受到我的本心都在跳舞。
To really connect with your original mind can create a really wonderful confidence, I think, especially when it comes to your life of faith and the way that you live your life of faith, right? Being really truthful to yourself and the community, your environment, what you can bring to your environment, I think is something we can all uniquely contribute in a certain way. And so when we allow ourselves to connect to our original minds, then I think everyone can dance and everyone can
在我们能够跟我们的本心连接的时候，每个人都会快乐的想要跳舞。
Because that's how like beautiful God's word is and true parents' word is.
这是神的话语是这么美好的这个感受。
Congratulate your birthday.
Thank you.
Birthday to you, beautiful. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Stephanie, for your sharing. And yeah, again, happy birthday. Wow, beautiful sharings from everybody. Thank you so much. I have a few announcements. Of course, invite somebody to be a part of this morning devotion experience. Also, you can use the transcripts and links to the images at edu.familyfed.org, prepared by Dr. Kylie, as a way of inviting someone to share that incredible inspiration and those quotes from Dr. Yong with someone. It could really stimulate their life. And this is a special request from Stephanie. I asked Stephanie, what do you want for your birthday? She said, donate to morning devotion. So if you love Stephanie, take a moment, you can offer that special donation.
要献奉献了。
Stephanie would be so happy. Also, we would be as well. So joyfully give from your hearts if you can, and it keeps this ministry going. Also, there's other ways to donate. You can donate as a offering, a musical offering or a prayer. Please reach out
可以
to
奉献的方式包括现金的奉献、献上你的歌曲，还有祷告也是可以。
I'm excited to invite up Uncle Craig Smith. Uncle Craig Smith, you can take it away.
Good morning, Dr. Yong. Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Craig Smith.
It's very good to see you. The offering I have this morning is a song by John Denver. This one is a little bit different than most of his ones, which are very upbeat and very lively and very hopeful. This one is really a
John Denver 的歌，
prayer
然
of
后
anguish to God. And I'm hoping that this can speak to a lot of members that struggle every day with their original mind and seeing the world
像
as
这
it
首
is
歌能
now.
够
And so this is
让
a song called
每个人
Opposite
在
Ways.
信仰上有征战的时候，可以听这首歌。
Father, oh Father, please hear me. My song is a cry of desperation. All the words I hear have lost their meaning. My life is a well of confusion, drowned out by the sound of the lost and lonely. Only your voice inside speaks your name to me. If they only knew the things that I know. If they only could see the things that I see. If they only knew the things that I know. If they only could see the things that I see. If they only knew the things that I know. If they only could see the things that I see. My brothers at opposite tables, like fire and water against each other. Only a fool can't see the obvious ending. Are we as ashes to wildwood? Is life just a fire that can only consume us? Is there no vision of love to bind us together? If they only knew the things that I know. If they only could see the things that I see. If they only knew the things that I know. If they only could see the things that I see. If they only knew the things that I know. If they only could see the things that I see. If they only knew the things that I know. And they can know the things that I know if I witness.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Greg Smith, this is a very meaningful song and very much reflecting on our life. This also your voice is so beautiful. Wow, today you touch
你
our
的
heart
声音
so much.
很好听，你的
Greg
歌选
Smith.
得很好，能
Thank
够
you.
跟
Thank
我
you.
们的生
Beautiful
活做
song.
一个很好的结合。
Now for our closing prayer, if I could invite up Aunt Flor Matheson, if you could close us in prayer. If you can unmute. Thank you. Aunt Flor, we cannot hear you. If you could move closer to the mic. Thank you.
So eternally grateful to you to have always reaching out to us, always be there. Father, even sometimes we don't always acknowledge you, Father, that you are with us. May we recognize now more than ever before that you have never left us. We're so eternally grateful for the way
你没
you
有放
have
弃我们，
for us here in America.
你的旨意常常为我们开启，我们为美国开启。 也感谢每天听的属天的话语，来自龙会长的指导。在天父母非常感谢，让我们献上我们感谢的心。其实我们没有活出天父母你的期盼的基准。
Grateful for our beloved parents also seem like never left us, even
我们真的非常感谢天父母、真父母，他也没有放弃我们。
show us that he has always seeking to save our soul, to bring us closer and closer to you. Not one day we could not see his face.
所以天父母。 我们希望我们能够更加接近天父母。
He always prepared himself to allow you, Father, to speak to us. Indeed, we're so eternally grateful, Father. We want to be able to make this word in our daily bread in a way that we can bring us to do the thing we know deep in our heart we want to do. Please, Heavenly Parents, I pray you can also embrace each one of us as this day we can be able to have that
天父母能够再次的让我们能够被提升，能够按照天父母你为我们所预备的所有的一切，能够更好的。
Heavenly Parents, we're so eternally grateful also for even the testimonies of Yiki, Father, today.
也感谢我们的年轻的弟兄 UK 的见证。
People he was qualified. This truly resonates within me, Father, and I hope and pray that I will remember that for this day and this day to come. That is not so much what we qualify, but how we allow ourselves to be open to you, open our heart to you, and let you use our life, ourselves. And most of our heart to be able to help you to
让我们的心情能够想要来提升，为了成就天父母你的旨意。
to continue to be with us today, whatever we do, and also to
我们所做的事情，
leaders, especially our Dr. Yong, we need
让天父母你的圣灵能够以我们的所有的指导者，特别龙会长同在。
Given by this morning devotion, and asking you, Father, to truly bless each one of our brothers and
也
sisters
体
in
验
their
天父母
mission
能够祝福在这里参与
including
线上
our
的所有
leaders.
的
Thank you,
弟兄
Heavenly
姐妹
Parents.
们。
We accept this offering in our name, in the name of all those
线上以上的
in
祷
my
告
name. Jimmy Flo, Matison, Bless Central Family, Donation, Aju.
Thank you, Flora Madison, for your really heartfelt prayer. 감사합니다. God bless you. Thank you.
是你线上的这样诚
Thank you
心的
so
祷
much.
告。
Beautiful prayer and a perfect way to close the day. God bless you, everybody. God bless you, Dr. Yong, and we will see you all again tomorrow morning. Thank you
Have
very
a
much.
nice day.
好，下次见。